Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to do textual exercise. Here let us start with question number 4. Here it is given. You have to determine gross profit ratio. It will come under profitability ratio. So here information is given. Sales rupees 10 lakh, gross profit rupees 3 lakh. So let us see what is GP ratio, formula for GP ratio. Here GP ratio is equal to gross profit upon net sales multiplied by 100. So here sales is given, that is 10 lakh, and gross profit is given, that is 3 lakh, multiplied by 100, that comes to 30%. This ratio indicates the relationship between gross profit and net sales. Higher the ratio, lower the cost of goods sold. Now let us see second one. Here sales is 15 lakh, cost of goods sold is rupees 12 lakh. So here first we need to find out gross profit. Here gross profit would be sales minus cost of goods sold. So 15 lakh minus 12 lakh, that comes to 3 lakh. 3 lakh is our gross profit. So here we will put the value in the formula. Gross profit ratio is equal to gross profit upon net sales multiplied by 100. Here gross profit is 3 lakh and net sales is 15 lakh multiplied by 100, that comes to 20%. Now in third question, here we have sales 20 lakh, sales return is given, that is 2 lakh, operating stock is given, that is 2 lakh 50,000. Sorry, this is not operating stock, this is opening stock. Then closing stock is given, that is 3 lakh 50,000. Then purchase is given, that is 12 lakh. Then purchase expense is given, that is 50,000. So here we need to find out cost of goods sold. Here cost of goods sold is equal to opening stock plus purchase expense minus closing stock. So 2 lakh 50,000 plus 12 lakh plus 50,000 minus 3 lakh 50,000, that comes to 11 lakh 50,000. 11 lakh 50,000 is our cost of goods sold. Now net sales is equal to sales minus sales return. Here we have both the figures, sales as well as sales return. So 20 lakh minus 2 lakh, that comes to 18 lakh. Now as we have found out cost of goods sold, now we can find out gross profit. So here gross profit is equal to sales minus cost of goods sold is equal to sales. Here we have 20 lakh minus cost of goods sold that we just calculated, that is 11 lakh 50,000, that comes to 8 lakh 50,000. 8 lakh 50,000 is our gross profit. Therefore gross profit ratio here would be 8 lakh 50,000 minus 8 lakh 50,000 upon 18 lakh multiplied by 100, that comes to 47.22%. Now let us see next question. Now let us see question number 7th. Here we have to calculate net profit ratio from information of question number 5th. Here is the information. Here we are given non-operating other expenses, depreciation, administrative expenses, sales, tax rate is given, that is 30%. Income of interest and dividend, sales expenses, cost of goods sold, financial expenses. These many informations are given here, and from these informations we have to calculate net profit ratio. So let us see. Here formula for net profit ratio is net profit after tax upon net sales into 100. So here we need to find out net profit after tax. We know this format. So here, in order to find out net profit after tax, first we will find out total income, then we will deduct expenses. After then, we will deduct tax. So let's start with sales. Here sales is given, that is 6 lakh. sales return is not given. So here net sale will remain the same, that is 6 lakh. Then we will add non-operating income. Here it is income from interest and dividend. It is non-operating income, that is 45,000. So here we will get total income that comes to 6,45,000. Now we will deduct expenses. Here cost of goods sold is given, that is 3,25,000. Then operating expense are given. Here we have administrative expense, that is 75,000, sales expense, that is 52,000, and depreciation, that is 48,000. So here total of this is 1,75,000. Now financial expense is also given, that is 85,000. Then non-operating expenses given, that is 35,000. So here if we make total of this, we will get 6,20,000. Now from total income, that is 6,45,000, we will deduct 6,20,000, that is expenses. So here we will get profit before tax. After then we will deduct tax, that is 30%. So 30% of 25,000 is 7,500. So if we deduct this, we will get profit after tax, that is 17,500. Now we will apply these amount in formula. Here net profit after tax, that is 17,500 upon net sales, that is 6 lakh, multiplied by 100, that comes to 2.92%. Now let us see next sum. Here one thing you must remember, that net profit ratio indicates overall efficiency of the business. Higher the net profit ratio, better the business. Now let us see illustration 15 of your textbook. Here is the illustration. From the following information of I Limited, calculate current ratio and liquid ratio. So here informations are given. First is cash and cash equivalent 1,80,000, debtors 1,20,000, bills receivable 60,000, stock 1,40,000, current investment 1 lakh, creditors 2 lakh, bills payable 1 lakh, outstanding expense 80,000, taxation provision 80,000. Here formula for current ratio is current asset upon current liabilities. So first we will pick out all the current assets from the information. Here in current assets we have cash 1,80,000, debtors 1,20,000, bills receivable 60,000, current investment 1 lakh, stock 1,40,000. So here we have total current asset that comes to 6 lakh. Then we have current liabilities. Here we have creditors 2 lakh, bills payable 1 lakh, outstanding expenses 80,000, taxation provision 80,000. So total of current liability is 4,60,000. Now we will apply this in our formula, that is 6 lakh upon 4 lakh, which is equal to 1.30. So we can say that it is 1.30 is to 1. This ratio shows short-term financial soundness of the business. Higher ratio means better capacity to meet its current obligation. The ideal current ratio is 2:1. In case it is very high, it shows the idleness of funds. Now let us find out liquid ratio. Liquid ratio in liquid formula for liquid ratio is liquid assets upon current liabilities. Liquid assets is equal to current assets minus stock minus prepaid expenses. So here we have stock. Current assets we have 6 lakh, and from that we will deduct stock, that is 1,40,000. So we will get liquid asset, that is 4,60,000. Now we will apply this amount in our formula. We will get 4,60,000, that is liquid asset, upon 4,60,000, that is current liabilities. So we will get answer 1:1. Liquid ratio, or we can say that quick ratio, is a fairly stringent measure of liquidity. It is based on those current assets which are highly liquid. Quick ratio of 1:1 is considered as ideal, or we can say that liquid ratio of 1:1 is considered as ideal. Higher the liquid ratio, better the short-term financial position. Question number 8, that is similar to this illustration. You have to do it in your homework. Now let us do question number 15. Here we have to calculate stock turnover ratio from the following information of I Company Limited. Here we are given sales, closing stock, gross profit rate, that is 30%, opening stock, then purchases, that is 12 lakh. So formula for stock turnover is cost of goods sold upon average stock. So for this we need to calculate cost of goods sold. We know that cost of goods sold is equal to sales minus gross profit. So sales we are given, that is 30 lakh, minus gross profit, that is given 30%. 30% means 30% of 30 lakh, 30% of sales. So that comes to 9 lakh. So 30 lakh minus 9 lakh, that comes to 21 lakh, that is cost of goods sold. Now we need to find out average stock. Average stock is equal to opening stock plus closing stock divided by 2. Here opening stock is 3,50,000, closing stock is 2,50,000, divided by 2, that comes to 3 lakh. So we will apply these amounts in our formula. So we will get 21 lakh upon 3 lakh, that comes to 7. So here answer will come in times, 7 times. So here we can say that stock turnover ratio measures how fast the stock is moving through the firm and generating sales. Higher the ratio, the more efficient management of inventories. So that's all for today. Thank you very much.